I just recently completed the build of a 450L Dominator from Trex. If you take a look at the landing gear, it's a solid piece of plastic, and it's, I believe, 5 millimeters in diameter. The smallest size that you can get is the STC5565-Bs. This one only really fits, I believe, 5.5 to 6.5 millimeter landing gear tubes. So I'm going to show you how to tighten up the skid clamp to accommodate the landing gear of a 450L Dominator. What I simply did was I went into the tool bench and searched around and found some old fuel line. We can measure this up. Let's take a look. The outside is roughly 5.5 millimeters. I cut it to 12 millimeters. And then what I did was I just cut off, with using an X-Acto knife, about a 20% cut. And you'll see in a second how this is going to take up the space on the inside of the skid clamp. The silicone tubing fits perfectly inside the little spot there, the little channel. The material is kind of sticky enough that when I close the lid of the skid clamp, it really does hold the helicopter firmly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this 3M high-strength adhesive, which is better than CA. I did originally use some CA, and it is a very brittle kind of connection. It just didn't work. Here's what I did. I took some of that spray adhesive and sprayed it out onto a clear plastic bag. And then with a toothpick, what I did was I laced some of that adhesive into the channel, okay, the circular channel on the inside. Basically just a 1.5 millimeter Allen, and I just basically pressed it in and just used the tip of it just to get it square. And you could see that it fits perfectly. Let me go ahead and show you what this looks like when it's clamped down on the helicopter. You could see that it engages very nicely. And then what you do is just clamp it down. It's pretty tight. This thing's not going anywhere. I'm trying to move it. I can't move it. It's absolutely locked down and totally secure. You're just not going to get that, you know, that nice click sound when you get it in there. This is just resting now on the inside of that rubber tubing that I put in there. And then it sits in and it clips down. Here's the skid clamps mounted on the wall as per Ray's instructions at his website, which I think are excellent instructions. I'm going to get the helicopter in there now. Look at that. Right on. Clips right on. And look, it's not going anywhere. Right? Then we get the other one on. 450L Dominator on the wall next to my two Trex450E DFC version 3 kits. That looks totally awesome. Thanks for making a great product, Ray, and thanks for watching, everyone.